Hey everybody, welcome to At Home Cooking with Jen Bishop. I'm so excited because today we're going to be doing my favorite cookie recipe. This is no fail, it's so versatile, it's delicious. Okay, so we have 2 cups of flour, level measure. We're going to add to that 2 teaspoons of level baking powder. And then a little bit of salt, because salt is flavor. Okay, so these are our dry ingredients. Now we're going to put in our wet ingredients. So what I have here is 2/3 of a cup of butter. I put it in the microwave. It melted a little bit, but that's no big deal. So each pound of butter, sometimes the scale or the measurements are a little bit askew. So I just want to show you what you can do is each pound is 2 cups. 1 cup, 2 cups of butter. If you want a 1/2 cup, you can cut it directly off of your block of butter. So just a little tip. Okay, so we have a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. So we're going to cream that together. So the butter's nice and soft. Yes, sugar, it actually is considered a wet ingredient because it melts in with butter and eggs and vanilla, which is exactly what we're going to be putting in here. So there we go, that's creamed. To this, I am lucky enough to have a very special friend, Mrs. P, who brought me delicious Mexican vanilla. So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So thank you very much for that. And now we're going to add 1 egg. As I've said before, you're always going to crack it in a separate bowl. And we'll just toss that in. Okay, so you're going to mix this together. And I did already wash my hands previously before the camera went on. But we know cleanliness is very important when it comes to our daily lives, and especially cooking or baking. Okay, there we go. That's come together. Lovely. So now we're going to add our dry ingredients to our wet. And we've got that together. It'll be a lovely dough. It's so soft. And the original recipe was for what I said, Empire cookies. So Empire cookies, some people call them princess tarts. I'm sure they probably have other names too. But those are 2 cookies, and you put raspberry jam in between them. And then you put a white glaze of icing sugar on top and top it with a cherry. So there you see, our cookie dough is coming together. So I've already made a bunch of cookies, and I'd just like to show you some variations using just this one dough of all the different kinds of cookies you can make. And this is a dough that I use to make special cookies as well, for occasions or what have you. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to pull this over. So using this one dough, this one is a coconut lemon zest. This is a cinnamon bun cookie. Whoop, my pecans fell off. Here is the original recipe for an Empire cookie. This is stuffed with peanut butter and drizzled with chocolate. This is a piece of cinnamon apple on an apple. I love doing these ones. That's just a fork with cocoa powder, and then you remove the fork so you're left with that visual. These are ones my mom used to make when I was little, but she would do it with shortbread. And they have a little cherry in the middle. You can do cutout cookies. If you have a cookie stamp, you can stamp your cookies. You can make little cookie cups. So with that, you can use some ice cream. Excuse me. There you have a little cookie ice cream cup. There's so many variations. This too, it's like Play-Doh. I just added some blue food coloring and some green food coloring. Cut it out in a circle shape. Thumbprint cookies. You can just put an indentation in the center. This has blueberry jam with a chocolate drizzle. This one's just got chocolate on it with some mini eggs. This is a strawberry jam with a chunk of chocolate. It tastes like a chocolate covered strawberry. And this one is a cream cheese pie. So it's stuffed with a chocolate cream cheese mixture. Also too, this one, I braided the dough. And with that, I just dusted it with cocoa powder, and that's just a little royal icing flour on top. So yeah, that just gives you some ideas. So what I would like for you to do, oh, I better eat this one. That's so good. Excuse me. Just wash my hands again. So yeah, I just would like you to try and think of different variations you can do. I'll show you quickly too how to dust. So using a little mesh colander, we're going to take some icing sugar. So what you want to do is you want to hold it at a distance, and you just put it in, and then you're just going to give it a little shake. Same thing with cocoa powder, and it just adds a really nice finishing touch. So there's that. What else can we do? Okay, I'm going to finish putting our dough together, because I'd like you to see what you should do too when you're rolling it out. It should be at least 1/4 of an inch thickness. And what you want is for it to be pale on top. I know you probably can't tell now because I put the confectioner's sugar on. And then just a nice light tinge of brown on the bottom. So when you're cooking, you can see that you have just nice little brown edges around the bottom. Okay, that's good. So I'm just going to take a little bit of dough, and I'll show you the thickness that we want. Grab my rolling pin. So always when you're working with doughs, you're going to have your bench flour. Just to have some flour in a bowl so it's handy. And then we're going to roll it to this thickness. Okay, just so you can see. Okay, and using a cookie cutter or a glass. And there you have it. Okay, there's some other really cool cookies we can do. And I do this for a friend of mine. And this time of year too, you know, I know a lot of people are missing sports and hockey. So, my husband cut a miniature Stanley Cup trophy in half. And this is my cookie cutter. You can use whatever you like, and it works really well. So what I have done, oh dear, I best put those gloves on. I have special gloves to handle my Stanley Cup cookies. They're from the Hockey Hall of Fame. And then let me just put them on before I handle them. Move some of the stuff out of the way. Okay. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, there we go. So here we have, using this cutout, I've got my Stanley Cup cookies. And I don't have any gray icing left, so I will use white icing. And we're just going to follow the design of the cutout. Okay? And it comes with practice. Also, not having my piping bags, I am using a Ziploc bag. So my experience is, do not overstuff because they will burst on you. There we go. And to make it rounded, we're just going to drape the lines across. Okay, there we go. Anyway, you get the idea. And what I've got is some beautiful gray sprinkles. I don't want to get them on those lovely gloves. So just going to sprinkle it and it'll give it a nice sheen. And there we go. So here's some other ones that I have made. And there you go. So, thanks a lot for tuning in. It was nice to see you. Please enjoy, play with your food, and stay safe. Bye.